Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and the programs including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN News for today, Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. I am Beverly Telesford. In the headlines, ministers sworn in following cabinet reshuffle. Government says Grenada is not ready to legalize same-sex marriage. Education officials happy with students' performance in CXC. And St. David's residents call on parliamentary representative to provide alternative route during the rainy season. Coming up in sports, England versus West Indies, Amy Jones stars as hosts complete a 44-run thrashing. And in around the globe, farmers in St. Vincent receive COVID-19 and drought relief assistance payment. The details to these and other stories after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening to our viewers and listeners on K105. This is GBN News at 7. 6 ministers of government were sworn in on Tuesday at the Governor General's residence to take up their new duties in various ministries. Minister Kate Lewis is now Minister for Special Needs and Youth Development, followed by Peter David, Minister for Agriculture, Land and Forestry, Senator Simon Steele, now Minister of State and Civil Aviation and Tourism, Alvin Dabrio, Minister of Trade and Consumer Affairs. In addition to Minister Delma Thomas's portfolio is Hospital Service. Senator Winston Garwe is the Minister in the Prime Minister's Ministry with special responsibilities for disaster management. This is the first batch of ministers to be assigned their new positions in government after the reshuffle of cabinet by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. All ministers are expected to officially start their new position on Thursday, October 1st. Now, Minister for Foreign Affairs Peter David, in addressing the Human Rights Council on Monday, announced that government still has a long way to go before legalizing same-sex relationships in Grenada. The minister was speaking on a virtual platform at the Human Rights Council's 3rd cycle of the Universal Periodic Review. Josen McKee-Smith reports.
The UPR is designed to ensure equal treatment for every country when their human rights situations are assessed. One of those rights is that of same-sex marriage. Minister for Foreign Affairs Peter David, in his address, stated that the topic of same-sex relationship in Grenada still has a long way to go before laws can be changed.
Government is in the process of establishing a National Sustainable Development Institute whose purpose will be to ensure the coordinated and systematic implementation of the 2030 National Plan. To this end, government is currently discussing draft legislation to take to Parliament. government plans to continue its work toward the creation of a national human rights institution in accordance with the Paris Principles.
148 recommendations were made to Grenada by Human Rights Council at its third cycle of the Universal Periodic Review this year, an additional 4 compared to its last cycle review in 2015. According to Minister David, 99 of the recommendations were accepted by the Government of Grenada, while the remaining 44 were noted. The Foreign Affairs Minister spoke of some of the key areas Grenada has been addressing.
In the last 3 reviews, Grenada has received recommendations as it relates to the decriminalization of sexual relations between consenting adults of the same sex. In this regard, the government will continue to raise awareness with a view to combating discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation. I am sure that our international partners appreciate that these issues require fundamental policy change and, as a result, necessitates the involvement of the wider Grenadian society before any changes can be considered to our legislation.
The minister also noted an increase of 15 additional countries taking part in this year's review, calling it a sign that member countries are recognizing the importance of the Human Rights Council and its goals. Joseph McKee-Smith, GBN News.
Officials from the Ministry of Education say they have not seen any discrepancies in Grenada's 2020 CSEC results and has in fact seen great improvement in some areas. Rena Pear tells us more in this report.
Minister for Education Emmeline Pear announced on Tuesday that Grenada will not be joining with other education ministries in the region in lobbying for the Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, to review its 2020 preliminary results, which was released on September 22nd. Minister Pear went on to say that this decision was made upon realizing there were no discrepancies in this year's results compared to other years. The minister explains that her ministry received queries from only 3 schools on island, which is not anyway over the amount of requests made by individuals over the years. Mrs. Pearce said the queries were brought to the attention of CXC by the schools or the students themselves. Speaking on the performance of students in Grenada, the minister said that they have seen great improvement, especially in the science subjects.
There's been also significant improvement, and I want to single out 5 schools here. Grenada Christian Academy, significant improvement in performance this year. Improvement of 38.97%. Boca Secondary School, significant improvement, 24.64%. Happy Hill Secondary School, 24.64%, and Grenville Secondary School, 14.57%. And to also mention PAM, an improvement of 33.33%.
In speaking about the Cape results, the minister confirmed that there are some issues in this regard, but the Caribbean Examination Council is not at the fault.
And just to indicate that we knew that there was a problem there because these students, many of these students, their SBAs were late. And when attempts were made to upload those on the CXC platform, there were difficulties. And so we had already notified CXC several times before that we were having some problems. But of course, we cannot attack CXC. They extended the deadline several times, and some students were still late with that final deadline. But we have already given assurance to students and parents that CXC did agree that they will accept those grades and they will issue new statements to students as it relates to their performance. And that has been done in the last week, and we await new results for those students.
The minister was speaking at government's weekly post-cabinet briefing on Tuesday. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
Now, CXC has appointed an independent review team to look into allegations surrounding unfavorable grades in its 2020 examinations, which sparked outrage across a number of Caribbean islands.
In a statement released by Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, chairman of CXC, on Tuesday, It was revealed that the registrar, Dr. Wayne Wesley, and his team met with distinguished regional ministers of education to discuss concerns and identify the underlying causes with a view to move forward and provide clarity to stakeholders and everyone else involved. According to Professor Beckles, ministers have received explanations for his position in light of public debate, and the maintenance of public trust going forward remains paramount. Dialogue will continue with regional ministries of education based upon the information gathered surrounding the concerns. CXC maintains that every formal reported case will be reviewed, and where remedies are required, they will be applied. The release said that while management of CXC administered the July exams the best they can, it was anticipated that given specific challenges, a period of review and possible revisions would follow, consistent with the regulations of the Council. It has been agreed, therefore, that an independent review team will shortly begin this work and present a report for discussion with relevant stakeholders. Joseph McKee-Smith, GBN News.
Residents of Coles Gaps and David are appealing to the parliamentary representative Oliver Joseph to install a bridge in their area. One villager who did not want to appear on camera says when it rains and the river bursts its bank, it becomes impossible, especially for children attending school. Across the river, she says, is their only access to the other side.
Well, number one, to start with, when the river come down, nobody could go anywhere. We can't go nowhere, not even outside. Because sometimes when the river come down, sometimes the house in the bottom of the river reach quite below the house. Yeah, so we can't cross, I can't see stone. Try not to stay home, I have to stay away from work.
She says this is not their first appeal.
About it, we asked them for a bridge. Up to this blessed day, nothing happened. Nothing. He came, I talked to him, he came up by me and I told him about the bridge. I talked to him and then he had some people passing around. I don't know how they call themselves, but I told them about it. They came, they watched. I told them where we want the bridge. They said they will look into that. I don't know if he's the coordinator for up here. Said we don't need a bridge up here. Yeah, they say we don't need a bridge up here to put the bridge down by her, so I guess that's the plan.
She's hoping that the parliamentary representative will give some consideration for the children's sake as we are in the rainy season. We take a break, but still ahead, police unveil new regulations which permit all businesses to operate unless advised otherwise by the Minister of Health. Stay with us.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Life can be unpredictable, and uncertainties can throw everything out of sync. In spite of life's uncertainties, Grenlec remains committed to providing you with consistent, reliable service. Persistent, outstanding balances disrupt your peace of mind and limit Grenlec's ability to provide the service you depend on. That's why Grenlec is urging all customers to bring your account up to date at this time. Please ensure that you pay your bill in full and continue to pay on time to avoid arrears and the inconvenience of disconnection. Call 237 for 24-hour bill inquiries or contact our customer care team urgently at telephone number 237. Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Rubis is giving you more ways to win because you deserve it. Spend $50 or more in Ultratech fuel or purchase a Rubigas refill at any Rubis service station and get an entry card. Win one of 5 amazing grand prizes worth $2,500, including Ultratech fuel, cash, groceries, bill payment vouchers, and home furnishings. Each grand prize winner gets to donate $500 to charity too. Plus, win exciting weekly prizes, including electronics. Make sure you're in with a chance to win. Win with Rubis. You deserve it.
Who wants to save 30%? everybody. Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the best fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas? Yes! Then join the fun online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo! Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash! And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofed.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, Waggity Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
Our superheroes are all among us. They don't wear capes nor have superpowers. In fact, they appear to be quite ordinary. They are the ones who provide us with food. They are our farmers, our grocery store workers, our vendors. They are our fishermen. They are the ones who heal us, our doctors and medical practitioners. They are the ones who protect us, our police officers. They are all the other essential workers who make this period bearable. And how can we forget our teachers, dedicated to educating our children no matter the circumstance? To everyone who is doing their part to make sure the wheel keeps turning, Ariza says, thank you.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to News at 7. New regulations permit all businesses unless advised otherwise by the Minister for Health. Stipulations of the new regulations were outlined during a police press briefing on Tuesday. We get more in this report from Chrislina John.
The Emergency Powers Act has become null and void as of September 16, 2020. Taking its place is the Public Health COVID-19 regulations. Under this new regulation, there are 15 ticketable offences. Superintendent of Police in charge of Community Relations Department of the RGPF, Vanny Cohen, explained.
Section 6 of this new Public Health COVID-19 regulation established that all businesses, establishments, and offices may commence, continue, or resume the business operation except prescribed from time to time by order of the minister. In short, what this is saying, all businesses pre-COVID is now on stream to operate except the minister says otherwise by order.
These businesses are required to operate in accordance with the requirements of physical distancing and sanitation protocols and all other protocols established by cabinet, industries, or businesses. In addition, seeking permission does not apply to everything. Superintendent Cohen provides further clarity.
Notwithstanding the foregoing, the minister may prohibit or impose requirement or restrictions in relation to the holding of an event or gathering. So the minister has the prerogative to decide what imposition of restrictions he applies to any event or gathering. Citizens are therefore permitted to hold events or gatherings, funerals and weddings without having to seek permission for up to the prescribed number of persons mentioned. However, numbers greater than that specified in the regulation would require permission being sought from the minister.
However, separate permission must be sought for playing loud music. Persons can be ticketed for violation.
In any event, whether it is less than 20 or 75 persons, or permission from the minister exceeding those numbers, all events requiring the playing of amplified music and duration of time must be applied for separately from the office of the commissioner. As no contravenes or fail to comply with these regulations, any of these regulations or any direction shall be guilty of an offense and on summary conviction liable to a fine of not exceeding $500. And that is the maximum fine for any of the offense under the Act. However, every offense under these regulations are ticketable, and where one chooses the route of a ticket, the fine becomes $350.
Lena John, GBN News.
The effects of COVID-19 has caused the loss of jobs and salaries for many Grenadians. GBN News team happened to stumble upon a family who developed an innovative way to cut costs in food preparation. The initiative came during the lockdown period in March and later became the norm when family members lost their jobs. Rena Pear tells us more.
At first look, you may see this as one person roasting their green corn on what is considered an old stove. But if you look long enough, you will see there is much more happening. Though unwilling to show his face on camera, this Hermitage resident explains how this stove is used for all his family's baking needs. The young man said during Grenada's full lockdown, the refilling of his family's cooking gas was difficult, and as such, they had to find ways to improvise.
Well, we just come up with the idea of baking the pie outside because of, well, the stove is not really suitable for inside. So we put it outside and we bake bread, cake, and pie and other stuff. And out inside is just food and morning breakfast and stuff. Okay. Yeah, so you don't really have to use the gas regular. It's more like you can make a bakes again, no? Same process. It's the stove. The old time they used to do it with the drum or use it with stove.
The Hermitage resident explains the process of getting the stove ready for baking.
Before you start preparing the bread, you get your wood, get the shell, you light the fire. Once the fire is up and running, you put the bread inside with your cake and put fire below, so the bread is between fire on top and fire below. It's more solid, it have a nice flavor and stuff. But actually we just patch cocoa in the same stove as well too.
He said, though times may be hard for some people, there are always ways to survive and pull through. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
From his grandmother's kitchen, he feeds his village. Here's another story of how a young businessman encourages young people like himself to pursue their dreams while earning a living.
At a time when unemployment seems to be impacting young people the most, one young man is making a name for himself. Jermaine John is a young entrepreneur from Ahoma Civoli, St. Andrew, baking his way through life. John owns and operates Equal One, a catering business he started in 2013 after graduating from Grenada Seventh-day Adventist Comprehensive School. From his grandmother's kitchen, he supplies villagers with bread and other sweet treats daily, something he does on foot. John shares a bit on his operation to inspire young people like himself to find innovative ways to gain employment.
Actually, I have my home. That's my grandmother's house, and I do all my baking from here. Everything. Since in school, I love baking. Since I went to school at Grenada 7 Adventist Comprehensive, that's in Montrose, and from there I love baking. I work from small in the baking industry, so that's my inspiration. Well, I do a lot of treats. bread, cakes, pastries, you name it, everything baking wise. And I supply my village. As far as St. George's, I do.
Faced with a few challenges, John does not let this hinder his progress. COVID-19 has decreased sales. However, he says with the help of his family and a few faithful customers, he manages to keep going.
Transportation is a pressing one, but I take bus to drop off to St. George's. So that's the main of transport I have available at the moment. Raw materials, I buy it on my own with no finance from any other institutions or financial institutions. Baking utensils, well, I was in Trinidad for the past 6 months last year, and I got some of them. I bought some of them over there and I shipped them to Grenada.
He leaves this word of encouragement for young people.
Well, all I can say is that you have an idea, you build on it. That's my take.
Christina John, GBN News.
It's that time again to take a look at this evening's GBN ISA. Let's see what your cameras picked out.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISA is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
2020 seems to be the year of twos, as we have received a number of twins in our ISA submissions. Tonight's ISA doesn't fall short, as we feature 2 sets of twins. These 2 separate submissions have something in common, as they both feature conjoined twins. A twin breadfruit was submitted by one viewer, and a twin big thyme leaf by another. You can send us your interesting ISA submissions via our social media platforms, including WhatsApp at 4053052. We take a break, but still to come, government says there will be no retrenchment in the public service. This is News at 7. Stay with us.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
It's the craziest summer deal ever from K&L Bookstore. Buy one, get one free. Deals on notebooks, pens, pencils, glues, crayon, file paper, everything needed for the new school term. Deals also on office supplies. So visit K&L Bookstore at the corner of Young and Scott Street, or give them a call on telephone number 321-3500 or 420-3507. At K&L Bookstore, the craziest summer deal is on.
Rubis is giving you more ways to win, because you deserve it. Spend $50 or more in Ultratech fuel, or purchase a Rubigas refill at any Rubis service station and get an entry card. Win one of 5 amazing grand prizes worth $2,500, including Ultratech fuel, cash, groceries, bill payment vouchers, and home furnishings. Each grand prize winner gets to donate $500 to charity too. Plus, win exciting weekly prizes, including electronics. Make sure you're in with a chance to win. Win with Rubis. You deserve it.
Bruv. Hello? I can't see you. What's good? But I can't even hear you. Yo. Hello? Hello? Ah. Okay, I see. I'm good. I'm coming in. Ah. There you are.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with Tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. Can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. A telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, line, boy, your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Real Value IGA Supermarket, serving our community. Think Real Value IGA Supermarket today. Real Value IGA Supermarket keeps the savings flowing when you use your Real Value IGA Supermarket frequent shopper card.
Excuse me, ma'am, do you have a shopper's card? Sure.
Real Value IGA Supermarket, where good food begins.
It is time to join Sigoni Mohammed at our sister station TV6 for the latest weather updates from across the region.
Now outside today, it was a steamy 34.2 degrees Celsius according to the Trinidad and Tobago Met Service, and in Tobago the opposite, a little bit of a 32.4 degrees Celsius high temperature. Regardless of the heat, it was really warm, and it's spruced up those quick passing showers across the islands, which we are actually going to be seeing into this evening's forecast. So you'll notice there is some showery activity coming out from the northeast, pushing down into the island chain, and for us in Trinidad and Tobago, it means that we'll be looking out for an increase in cloudiness overnight, and with that, those spotty showers picking up. The possibility of an isolated thunderstorm does very much exist in this forecast. Passing tropical wave coming in from the northern portion there, so we will be monitoring this for you as the day progresses into now Trinidad and Tobago, however, not so much under any adverse weather alerts. That's no longer in effect for us, but we will be monitoring what's happening in our forecast here generally. So tonight, not too bad. Temperatures in the mid-20s. Again, the showers increasing as we approach midnight. Into tomorrow's outlook we go, and what we're seeing between sunrise and sunset is that the Atlantic is pretty quiet. It's taking a nap right now. We've been talking about this all week long. We do have a cold front kicking in into the Gulf of Mexico, but we'll be touching on that in our regional forecast. You want to stay tuned for that a little bit later on in our newscast to find out what's happening in and around the region. Closer to home, though, we're tracking this tropical wave currently moving over the eastern Caribbean islands. And there's another tropical wave that's east of everybody, and that's going to make its way into the region come late Wednesday into Thursday. We should be seeing an increase in moisture, so precipitation comes in, the showers, the thunder showers, of course, with the gusty winds and the street or flash flooding. That's likely by that time. So in between, let's take a quick look as to what's happening into tomorrow's outlook. sunshine coming in, yes, but you also want to look out for the partly cloudy spells, bringing in the showers and isolated thunderstorms. Temperatures still wickedly warm across the islands, with highs getting up to 32 degrees in Tobago, a whopping 33 degrees Celsius high temperature in Trinidad. Be advised that we do have some breezy weather in our forecast, so you will see some bit of relief coming in on those easterly trade winds to keep you cool as the day progresses and kind of beat the heat in there as well. Don't forget, I've got Beat the Heat tips on social media. I'll be sure to give you an idea as to what you can do during these hot days and wickedly warm nights ahead. With that said, that's a wrap on your forecast for now.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody. Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the best fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. Government has denied claims that it is planning to retrench public servants. Speaking at Tuesday's weekly post-cabinet briefing, Minister for Information Emmeline Pear said there has been no such discussion or any movement towards retrenching public servants in the near future. The minister stated that despite the financial downfall in government's revenue due to COVID-19, they continue to push forward. She said that although many countries and businesses have made cuts in salaries and staffing, government remains firm.
I've been part of several discussions, including University of the West Indies, where staff in some cases may not have had much of a choice, in some cases volunteered to take a cut in salary because of the challenges of COVID-19. In Grenada, government thus far has been able to maintain its numbers. Government has gone beyond that, and even when workers have not been able to report to work, has paid those persons their full salaries throughout the period March to September. So I cannot say that I am aware of any discussion. This is not a decision of the cabinet. This is not a decision of government as it relates to retrenchment. Of course, government would continue to update the general public of the economic situation in the country as it unfolds.
Former NDC caretaker for St. Patrick East, Cecilia Ann John, is calling on the youth of the nation to see the appointment of Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell as Minister of Youth for what it is, a gimmick. Speaking on Tuesday's To the Point program, Mrs. John says she's convinced that the constituency of St. Patrick East is a winning seat for the National Democratic Congress because the youth of the nation are ready for a betterment.
Our young people now need the support they can get wherever they can get it, but they have to be careful going forward with the NNP and Dr. Keith Mitchell putting himself there. And they should see that as a trick and a gimmick, because there is no way Dr. Mitchell would have gone and taken the Ministry of Youth if he didn't see potential there with the youth, and the fact that the youths are out in the open, challenging him. Imagine the young people are challenging Dr. Keith Mitchell of 20 how many years of being in politics and holding the reign of the NNP, holding the main reign of the NNP. Huh? And you stepping down now like if he demoted himself because he does prime minister, he does whatever, and because the youth challenging him now, he coming down to meet them. I'm glad you've seen it, but maybe it's too late for you, Dr. Mitchell. The time has passed, it's gone. The youth are they're more aware, they're sensible, and they know what they want, and they know they're not getting it. And once you see the youth step out, and that's why the Prime Minister stepped in, you know. That's why he stepped in and put himself there as the Minister of Youth, because the young people, they have stepped out, and they're ready for a role. And as an NDC government, we're there with the youths are with us, and we're going to make sure that come the next election, oh gosh, we're beating them, going and coming. They better look out. And Dr. Keith didn't want to give up at all. No bother about retirement. Dr. Keith holding on. He's holding on to the reins because he know once he step out of that reign, that is it for the NNP.
Because of ailing health, Mrs. John resigned as caretaker for the constituency recently. However, she has already submitted the names of 2 individuals who she believes can take over the reins of the party's representation of St. Patrick East.
I know for sure that the party is in the process of identifying somebody along with the people from St. Patrick East, because they have to be an integral part of this election of anybody coming to run, like they were with me. So there's no doubt in my mind that I've already suggested at least 2 persons that they can speak with. So yes, if because if they find anybody, you never know if John ain't gonna jump back in the circle. But at the same time, if somebody should come forward, I have said it before and I'm going to say it publicly, that I will be there to assist.
Stay with us. Your local weather and sports are up next.
At Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a Communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal. Join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas? Yes! Then join the fun online. Play Waggy Team Virtual Bingo! Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash! And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofed.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, Waggy Tea Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this. The countdown is on to win free groceries for 1 year with the Food Fair. Just a few more days left to shop for a chance to win up to $8,400 in groceries. Look out for the live grand draw on October 9th, 2020. Win free groceries for 12 months, free groceries for 6 months, or free groceries for 3 months. Promotion runs until September 30th, 2020. Terms and conditions apply.
Message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Sporting fans, the West Indies women are now 1 defeat away from a 5-0 whitewash after going down by 44 runs against England. This and more in TV6 News with James Saunders.
Good or bad? All right, let's start with the bad news and the Windies Women Tour of England. Well, that has been heartbreaking to say the least. And now the Caribbean women are staring at a whitewash in the team's face-off on Wednesday in the 5th and final T20 International in Derby. Well, the West Indies suffered another heavy defeat in the series, going under by 44 runs in the 4th T20 International.
Series win already wrapped up. England had freedom to play as they win in the 4th T20 against the West Indies in Derby. And they signaled their intentions on the very first ball. Tammy Beaumont finding lots of space to hit the boundary. But she lost her partner Danny Wyatt in the next over after Aaliyah Allen induced an edge. Allen then removed Natalie Skeever, 22 for 2 in the 4th over. Shimeen Campbell doing the work behind the stumps. England, though, always had partnerships throughout the series. After Beaumont made her way on 27th, Heather Knight and Amy Jones took over. From 45 for 3, the duo took the score to 110 for 4. That's when Knight departed for 42. Jones stuck around to get a half century and wasn't fazed by Sophia Dunkley's duck. She actually got to 55 before Karishma Ramhawak had a run out. By this time, England were 161 for 6. Catherine Bronze added a useful 25 at the end to give the West Indies a target of 166 for 6. And judging from this series, that can prove to be a handful. Coach Andre Cooley tinkered with the lineup, starting with Deandra Dutton and Leanne Kirby. Both openers made 4. Dutton's loss would have been more painful since she has been the Windies' most prolific batter thus far. Shimeen Campbell and Hayley Matthews and Stephanie Powers followed with scores of 11, 11 and 13. 67 for 5 in the 12th over. Credit to Chadine Nation, who contributed with a hopeful 30 and formed a little partnership with Allen, who struck 15. Looking at the scores, the Windies batters took a risk and was stopped by 3 runouts. Allen, Nation and Grimond was the last wicket to fall. 122 for 6. The Windies ladies suffering a hefty 44-run defeat. The Caribbean ladies will be looking to avoid a 5-0 whitewash when the two sides meet in the 5th and final T20 on Wednesday.
Well, over to the English Premier League, where defending champions Liverpool don't seem ready to lose just yet. Well, that's because the Reds came behind to defeat Arsenal 3-1 today. Meantime, Aston Villa, they cruised a comfortable 3-0 win against Fulham.
An early reminder to keep your social distance when tackling Sadio Mane, or he may create that distance for you. The Gunners would make them pay as they went ahead after 25 minutes when Alexander Lacazette scored a close-range finish past Alisson. There were no defenders around the second time though, and Mane had the simple job of tapping in the equalizer in the 28th minute for Liverpool. They then went ahead before half-time when Robertson got on the end of a Trent Alexander-Arnold's cross. Liverpool's new signing Diogo Jota grabbed a home debut goal to seal the 3-1 win for Liverpool.
Well, the IPL comes to the crease now as Kieron Pollard cracked 60 for the Mumbai Indians in a losing effort, and that's against the Royal Challengers Bangalore in a super over contest. Both teams were tied at 201 of their 20 overs, but when the dust settled, RCB, well, they won the match with the final ball of the super over.
After Aaron Finch went for a well-played 52, Mumbai Indians thought they were back in the game when they removed Virat Kohli for just 3 runs. However, Devdutt Padikkal and AB de Villiers fired the Royal Challengers Bangalore to a position of dominance. Padikkal eventually falling for 54 or 40 balls. De Villiers and Dubé then formed a partnership that threatened to take the game away from Kieron Pollard's team. They moved the score from 154 for 3 in the 18th over to 201 for 3 in the 20th. De Villiers ending on 55 and Dubé on 27 not out. Pollard bowled 1 over, which cost him 13 runs. Can he make up with the bat? He would get his chances soon. Mumbai were rocked early. They lost their first 3 wickets for 39 runs in the 7th over. Ishan Kishan and Hardik Pandya countered. The latter contributed 15 runs, and it was a 78 for 4.
Oh, he's gone. He's launched it high. It's a bit like Rohit Sharma's shot. He hasn't got it.
Up came Pollard, and it was time for their innings to explode. Kishan got to his half-century and smacked the ball around some more. Pollard was not to be left out. He smoked 60 runs, including 5 sixes off just 24 balls. Kishan needed just 1 run to get his century, but he fell short, and the game would shift again. Pollard getting a boundary to tie the scores and take the match to a super over. They could only muster 7 runs off the 6 balls. Pollard, the man, getting out. De Villiers and Kohli stepped up and squeezed the victory from the narrowest of margins with a boundary, giving RCB the win in the super over. Sergio Dufour, TV6 Sport.
For the probe around the globe, farmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines have collected a payment from the government as part of the COVID-19 and drought relief assistance payment. The Agriculture Minister thanked the farmers for their hard work, even though the pandemic is affecting them.
Hundreds of farmers gathered at different payment centers last Friday, September 25th, to collect payments as part of the government's COVID-19 and drought assistance support. Of the 4,211 farmers who registered to receive assistance, only 2,462 are receiving assistance in this first instance, as the Ministry of Agriculture continues the verification exercise for others. The Minister of Agriculture, Suboto Sisa, on Friday visited 8 different payment centers to view how the payment process was unfolding. The minister congratulated farmers who have so far received assistance and urged those who have not yet received payment to understand the work that the ministry is doing in regularizing the process. The agriculture minister also congratulates farmers for their hard work and dedication in this period of the pandemic.
Want to congratulate the farmers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for their hard work and dedication during this period of the pandemic. Today we are witnessing thousands of persons going to different payment depots to ensure that they collect $500 as a part of the COVID-19 Drought 2020 Assistance Initiative. There's a list of approximately 4,211 persons who registered approximately a month ago. However, there are a lot of persons who would be regularized over the next 2 weeks.
Caribbean Airlines is set to send home 1/3 of its staff for the next 3 months as the airline struggles to cope with the financial fallout of the COVID-19 pandemic. In a release on Tuesday morning, CAL said it also would cut the salaries of those who are paid more than $7,500 a month for 8 months, starting in mid-October. The higher the salary, the bigger the cuts, the release said. The layoffs will be decided on the role and current needs of the business, the airline said. The release stated that continued cost reductions wherever possible, including reducing contractors and temporary workers and allowances that are not relevant at this time. CAL said standard industrial relations criteria were used to select the employees who will be temporarily laid off. The airline assured stakeholders that its current operations would not be impacted by the layoffs. Further afield, as the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan escalates, diplomatic efforts are underway to stop the fighting. The United Nations Security Council is holding an emergency meeting to discuss the conflict later on Tuesday. But on the ground, the violence continues, with both sides accusing each other of using heavy artillery and killing civilians. Al Jazeera's Charlotte Bellis reports.
One after another, helicopters land at this medical center in Armenia's capital, Yerevan. They're bringing wounded soldiers and civilians from the disputed region of Nagorno-Karabakh. Fighting broke out on Sunday in a resurgence of a long-running conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan over control of the territory. Nagorno-Karabakh is internationally recognized as part of Azerbaijan, but is controlled by Armenian forces. In 3 days, dozens of people have been killed. Hundreds have been hurt.
Hospitals located on the front line will be left empty in case a large number of injured people arrive for emergency treatment, so that no one will be deprived of medical care.
It's not clear how this fighting began, but Armenia and Azerbaijan blame each other. The two sides are targeting each other with rockets, artillery and drone strikes. They plot to seize villages under the other's control. Both countries say they are now at war.
The most important thing is we are brave, fearless, and we will go forward.
We captured a lot of Azeri military equipment, and we continue to fight against them using their own equipment. We do well with this.
A few hours' drive from the battle in Azerbaijan's capital, Baku, men registered to fight. The government has announced a partial mobilization to recruit civilians into its military.
By order of our president, people have gathered for a partial mobilization, which means that it concerns men under the age of 32 and those who are considered suitable for us by their professions.
Flights out of Baku's international airport have also been limited for security reasons. France is calling an urgent meeting with Russia and the US to find a path to de-escalation. The three have mediated the dispute in the past. There is rising concern the fighting may spread outside of Nagorno-Karabakh, with both sides reporting civilian deaths away from the immediate conflict area. This is the most intense fighting since Armenia and Azerbaijan were at war in the early 1990s. 30,000 people were killed then. Now, both countries say they will not back down on the issue of Nagorno-Karabakh, despite the rising casualties. Charlotte Bellis, Al Jazeera.
That's the program on the Globe. When we return, a recap of the headlines. Recapping the headlines, ministers sworn in following cabinet reshuffle. Government says Grenada is not ready to legalize same-sex marriage. Education officials happy with students' performance in CXC. And St. David residents call on parliamentary representative to provide alternative route during the rainy season. In sports, England versus West Indies, Amy Jones stars as hosts complete a 44-run thrashing. And in around the globe, farmers in St. Vincent receive COVID-19 and drought relief assistance payments. Now, if you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Telesford. That's news. Good night.